Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, welcome. You know it's a good day because I'm uploading a video, and I've not had a good day in 2 weeks, and that's why I'm uploading this video 2 weeks late. You know what, better late than never. So today's video is going to be an album review of Poppy's 4th studio album, Flux, and I know I'm a little late to the game, I'm a little late, but you know albums are timeless, records are timeless, they transcend through space and time, and they are either loved or beloved for years and years upon decades, or they're loved for just a month or just a year. But regardless, I wanted to put out my thoughts and my opinions on this record because these thoughts and opinions have just been weighing on me for the past 2 weeks. I know I haven't been posting that much on YouTube. I'm sorry, I've been so busy with so many things in life. It's been a really crazy time, and hopefully one day I can tell you guys all about what I've been going through these last few days. So, you know, just bear with me while we adapt through these growing pains. But for now, I've got some notes I've written on my phone that we're going to discuss and we're going to talk about. So if you want to know all my thoughts and opinions on the record, then keep on watching. Let's start off before the Flux record. So let's start with the Eat NXT EP that she released. She released this in, I think, collaboration with WWE, and it was a 5-song EP, and that EP in itself was a little taste of what Flux would be, but also at the same time, I would say it was like the introduction to Flux, because listening to the whole record, it doesn't sound anything like the Eat EP. It doesn't sound anything like a lot of the elements and a lot of the sounds she used in the record. To some extent they do. There are elements of the EP in this record, however, it does not sound like the actual EP. I think that EP was a great creative experimental project, and it definitely solidified what she wanted to do for her next record, and I think it definitely got people a little more comfortable with the idea of Poppy going in a completely different route, as she always does with her new record. So it was a smart thing to do. It was definitely something wise of her to do with her music, to release this EP, because it gave people an idea of the versatility she has in her music, and also the versatility she has in her voice as well. And this particular record is the grand entry off the high of I Disagree, because I Disagree was a monumental record for Poppy. She was nominated for a Grammy because of that record, so it definitely served its purpose, and it's definitely quite the monumental body of work that she has released. And you know, to come off of that high and to release something like Flux is very ambitious. I would say this is Poppy's most substantial and solid work as an artist, and what I mean by that is that with the past 3 records that she has released, there's always a little something else to it. So with Poppy.Computer, it was this really bubblegum pop cheery record, and then there was the darkness with Interweb. With Am I a Girl, it was, you know, falling off the same cliff as Poppy.Computer, and then the last 3 songs were like heavy metal rock songs. And then with I Disagree, there was just a little bit of everything in that record. There was a little bit of the heavy metal, a little bit of the rock, a little bit of the ballads, a little bit of the soft rock in it. And then with Flux, with this particular record, it is very substantial, it is very solid, it feels like she is in creative control of everything she's doing. I think this is her most authentic body of work, because with her 3 previous bodies of work, I will say that the music took control of what the lyrics were going to be written like. However, with this record, the lyrics took control of what the music was going to sound like. And I think that's such a brilliant thing to do at this point in her career. I feel like she has solidified herself in the industry in more ways than one. I mean, she first solidified herself in the YouTube space, then she did it in the pop music space, now she's doing it in the heavy metal space. And I think that, you know, throughout her career, she's evolved and she's morphed, and I think she's going to continue to evolve and morph as she continues to grow and navigate this industry. And you know, that's the really exciting thing about Poppy, is that you never know what you're gonna get with the next record. You don't know if you're gonna get a heavy metal record, you don't know if you're gonna get a pop record, you don't know if you're gonna get a country record for the next album. But what you do know is that it's gonna be authentic, and she's gonna take you there, and she's not gonna do anything half-assed, and she's gonna really put her best foot forward with whatever she does. And I will say, Flux is a little more playful and a little more fun than I Disagree. I feel like I Disagree was the kind of record that you put on when you really just hate somebody, or when you really just are in a fit of rage. And then Flux is a record that is more playful in its lyricism. It's more fun in its musical direction. I will say, like I said before, it's solidifying her in the music industry. And this record overall, the Flux record, from start to finish, is a really good story. It's a story and it's a record about adaptation, finding love, and never conforming. As most of you may or may not know, if you are fans of Poppy like I am, she is engaged. So the wedding is happening really, really soon. And, you know, it talks about it. She talks about finding love in this record in her own unique way. And she also really likes to heavily focus in this record on never conforming and adapting to whatever comes her way. And, you know, you don't really hear records like that anymore. You don't hear records that talk about adapting to something. It's always records that talk about not adapting to something. It's records that, I won't submit to this, I won't adapt to this, I'm gonna do things my way. And then with Poppy, it's more about, this is how the world is going, I'm gonna do this my way. However, I'm gonna adapt to how the world is doing it, but I'm also not going to conform to the normalities of how the world does this, and that. And that is a really beautiful record. That's a really beautiful message within the record. And I love that that is sort of the key concept, not just in this album, but also in her entire career. Poppy never conforms. She never just stays in one lane. She's always changing. She's always evolving. She's always morphing into something completely different. She comes out with a new album, bam, she looks even different than she did before. Which she's like a box of chocolates, and all of them have some fun surprise inside of them. You know, Grammy nominations are going to be mentioned in a few months, so could I say Grammys 2022? She was already nominated for Blood Money, so there is a possibility she could be nominated for Flux, which would be incredible, and which would just, again, ladies and gentlemen, solidify her more. I also really wanted to discuss the final song in this record, which is called Never Find My Place. And that is where I truly understood the overall message of the whole album. I was, you know, doing my best to really decipher and really try to get where she was coming from with this record throughout the whole record. But when I heard the final song, Never Find My Place, it finally clicked to me. It clicked to me immediately that this was a record of her foretelling her future in the industry, and that she's never going to conform. She's never going to find, you know, a certain genre that she's going to stick with for the rest of her career. She's never going to look a certain way. She's never going to act a certain way. She's never going to live her life a certain way. She'll never find a place she can call home, because she's always transforming. She's always changing. She's always morphing into something different. And I respect that a lot. I do. I really respect that, because that's something that a lot of artists are really afraid to do these days. They're really afraid to venture out and to do something different, because they're afraid that they're not going to sell as much as they used to, or they might lose some fans, or maybe they don't sell as many tickets to their concerts anymore because they're going to be singing the new material and the old material is just going to be left in the dust. So, you know, she's a really brave person in the industry, because she does what other people are afraid of, which is continuously adapt and continuously transform and continuously morph into something different every single time. And this record is just artistically and lyrically unique. It's bold, it's authentic, it's free. It's not literally free, but it's freeing. It feels freeing, and it's a really beautiful body of work. And like I said before, it is her most substantial and solid body of work as an artist to date. And I would say my standout songs from this record are Flux, Lessen the Damage, On the Level, and Her. I think those songs are just incredible, and they're amazing, and I love them. And my overall rating for this record is an 8 out of 10. And if by any chance Miss Poppy is watching this, girl, make your albums longer. You're a gem in this industry. We need to hear more from you. We want to hear more from you. Please make the records longer. And with that being said, that is it for today's album review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys took something out of it. And if you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the record. And as well, subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you back here. A lot of things are coming your way, especially I'm already planning holiday 2021. So We've got a lot of things to look forward to, so you're definitely going to want to stick around. And I will see you tomorrow for another video. And I'm saying tomorrow because I already filmed tomorrow's video. Goodbye.